just woke up a couple minutes ago and I opened up the windows because it helps alleviate the moisture inside the car. And as you can see, this is what you gotta deal with in the wintertime, or the cold fall and spring. Yeah, not always so fun. Yep. Then I'm gonna stop at a gas station and go to the Lebanon Hill Regional Park. It has a bunch of trails there. It's about 20 minutes from here. And then, yeah, and then I think I was gonna go out downtown, but it's all wet today. And we'll see. If not, then I'm just gonna head north, because the place I gotta go to tomorrow, it's like 2.5 hours north of here. It's Duluth, Minnesota, and that has a really nice trail out there. Guess what, Mom? Well, I finally got to wash my face. Now it looks so good. Yeah, it's been what, like 5 days? Like, I washed my face, but not with soap or facial cleaner. Yeah, so I use that exfoliator. Oh, it feels good. I don't know if it's any good, but it feels good. Maybe because I just haven't washed my face. Yeah, because I don't know. Do you guys care about that? Like, what kind of soap you use? Because I know some soap you use is actually damaging, right? And that's why you only use it on your hands, right? It feels soft. Yeah, but yeah, I'll see if I actually was able to properly make coffee at Quick Trip, because it's self-serve. And the last 2 or 3 times I tried making coffee at Quick Trip, let's just say I did not enjoy it. Okay, this one seems more reasonable. More reasonable, yeah. I don't like to use creamer, as you already know why. So yeah, it's all right. Yeah, just a little bit of honey and oh, this is the pumpkin spice, and I put a squirt of caramel flavor. So pumpkin caramel spice with some honey, and so not bad. It tastes watered down though. Yeah, I put a bunch of ice down there because I can't drink things that are super hot. It just burns my tongue, and then I can't taste anything afterwards. So this time I put I would say 1/3 of ice on the bottom. Next time I'm gonna do 1/4 on the bottom, because right now, yeah, it tastes watered down. Oh, I bought some donuts too. Dang, the prices went up. I think it used to be like 3 for like under $2. Now it's 3 for like $4.50. Yeah. Oh gosh. Wow. Inflation, you gotta love it. That's why I'm debating if I can do this long, because the prices of everything has doubled. So essentially what I am using as my fund to travel is now half of what it used to be to travel less than 2 years ago. My gosh. So the park is actually closed. It's only for hunters, but I still see some smaller cars over here. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, like, yeah, see, I still see people over here. There's a lot of cars over here, actually. Wonder what all this is. Yeah, there's a lot of cars just parked over here. But I'm assuming, oh, this is actually really beautiful. But yeah, it's closed off for hunters. Oh gosh, dude, this is a nice place. But they're doing some construction stuff in here, so man, what a bummer. Oh well. Yeah, this is actually really nice. But since it is closed, I wonder if everything's closed this weekend. Because starting now till next weekend, or not now, but yeah, I guess on now till next weekend, there's gonna be a lot of people hunting. So, oh, that's a bummer. That's sad. Might not be able to go to any trails, or any popular trails, I should say.
Your destination is on the right.
How's trail? Horse trail closed. Call for opening date. What? I have no idea what that means. Okay, we are here. I'm not looking to camp. I just want to go on the trail. Where do we park for the trail? Oh, it's a paved trail. Oh no 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 no! I don't like the paved trail. I like the grassy, muddy, dirty. I like the dirty. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shooting, shooting, shooting. That's why I get confused here, because sometimes it doesn't look like on the app. Whoa, there's like a long driving trail here. Okay, yeah, I gotta drive all the way to the visitor center. Well, that's weird. Isn't there an easier way to get to the visitor center? I guess not. And it's about 4 miles. Ooh, this is kind of nice though, man. I mean, right now everything's pretty much dead or in hibernation mode, but I can see when it is flourishing here. It is quite scenic. The one nice thing, when it is kind of cold, you just leave your food in here in your car, and the weather refrigerates everything. Yeah. So, some leftover from the Samalan restaurant yesterday. I'm gonna equip this guy on me today, just in case if I get lost. And yeah, we'll go. So this is the parking lot of the park, state park here. It's quite beautiful already, so I'm kind of curious how it's gonna be once we're on the trail. So we are in northern part of, oh man, it's breezy, northern part of Wisconsin, or not Wisconsin, it's like the middle of Minnesota, but it's still north. It's like the north point of Wisconsin. So I'm assuming there might be wolves and bears up here, because I know we have it. Okay, so this is where we are. So Wisconsin is right here, right? Minnesota is here. So I always thought Minneapolis was like the corner of Wisconsin, but no, it is up here, but it's actually just lower than the central part of Minnesota, because all of this up here is just wilderness. I don't think there's much up there, but Lake Superior is up here, Michigan. So Duluth is gonna be right on the corner of Lake Superior here, and I'll be going there tomorrow. And the weather should be nicer. I don't think it's gonna rain, but you never know. Let's go check out the visitor center, see how it looks like. But there's no one here. Yep, because it's been raining yesterday the whole day, and you know, usually people only come out here when it's nice. They don't come out when it's awful like this, like super crazy cold after a rainstorm, where it's probably gonna be like super duper wet and soaking inside the trails there. But I feel like everything's paved, so I don't think, yeah, here's the visitor center, so I don't think you really need to worry about like trail closed to protect sensitive nature resources. What? What? Okay. So here we are. I already paid, so I'm definitely gonna take the trails. I don't care. I think this is the visitor center. So yeah. So we'll just head up north here. Let's see. Looks like there's toiletry here. Let's make a stop before we go, so we don't have to run back. Okay, so it says there's a prairie walk interpretive trail that goes back there. Oh, it's windy. I'm supposed to go north, so from my thing here it says I'm supposed to go this way. So, ooh, but look at that, it's a nice lake down here, very nice. Yeah, it's too bad we can't really see it from this view. Hopefully there's a nicer scenic view that allows us to see the lake. Okay, let's go. Ooh, different trees than usual from my hikes so far. All my hikes so far, I see like these kinds of trees. And Iowa, I'm sure they're different species, but Iowa, Michigan, Wisconsin, we don't get a lot of these like white covered trees here. Yeah, but nice. Yep, so see some state workers on the park, but they're nice. Whew. You know what? I feel like my eating habit is not working with my diet or my workouts. I feel like I'm eating too much. Eating too much. I'm gaining weight. I should be losing weight. But at the same time, I might be gaining more muscle. Yeah, because that's typically how it works for me when I first start getting back. What the heck? That's like a crazy chipmunk chipping away. That's how it usually works for me. I start gaining weight right away. Oops, I'm gonna buckle this up. This guy, make it tighter on me. Just feels better. Oh yeah, look at that lake. Very nice. Yeah, so then oh, so maybe the off trail, maybe there's an off trail route there that they don't want us to take. Ooh, but look at that. Wow. Let's go take a look. Oh yeah, the ground is super soggy from the rain. Yeah, so there is a trail that goes off here. So we won't be taking that. Oh man. Oh, that's so pretty. Those little balls on there. You know, I wonder if they glow at night. And if not, why not? Make them glow, y'all. The daily pass is just $7, right? And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, it's $8, like self-service. But if you go to the kiosk, or no, if you go to the visitor center or the desk, you pay extra to, yeah, it's like, because when I went camping, it was $13 a day, right? But I'm like, huh, I swear I just paid $8 a few days ago when I went to Afton State Park. So I would say just do it online. The beach is half a mile. More picnic, campground. Oh, everything's not too far away then. Yeah, I think everything's just hoping we could go on some off trails, but maybe we will. We'll see. Maybe there will be some. But for now, let's just follow this trail. Yeah, hoping we can get some scenic views. Well, there are a few trails that come through. Oh, maybe it's, I don't know, does it go down? Maybe it does go down to the river. Oh, oh no, it's cold right back up here. Wait, maybe. We'll see. Oh, there's a picnic area. Lower picnic area. Ah, it doesn't go down there. Right? Okay. Who knows? Let's follow this one. So nice and quiet. I don't think we can go down to the lake. Maybe along the trail down here somewhere. Well, I know there's a walking trail down here, but they don't want us to take. But, oh, that's kind of nice. They have a sheltered picnic area. Just in case if it's raining, you can still come out here and have a nice picnic. Nice. Okay. Let's just keep following this. I know the trail you just stay along the lake here, so. That's kind of neat. They said there's a beach about half a mile. I'm guessing it's probably over there. Oh, it's all right. So I saw some people doing some winter traveling right now. And everybody that I saw, they're in nice warm climate states or countries right now. Kind of jealous, but it's okay. I'll be there soon enough. Yeah, that's typical of people here in the Midwest and the East Coast. When it starts getting cold like this, yeah, we plan our trips around that time. Yeah, which is all right. I mean, that's what I did when I went to Thailand. Well, it wasn't me who planned it, but it worked out that way. Yeah, and oh, it was so nice. Sweaty weather every day, humid, the people, yeah, it was great. And then yep, and then back I came, and within about a month and a half warmed up, so it was not too bad. Yeah, I'll just loop here, and then I'll come back up here, and then oh man, I wish there was a way we could cross back over here, so then I can finish this over here. But see, these are the debates I want to have with somebody. Which way are we gonna go? Those are the most important debates. I don't know, but I've been having the habit of chewing gum when I go on hikes. I don't know. Maybe it just kind of calms me down. Yeah. Yeah, it's empty. There's like 6 cars in the parking lot, so outside of probably the staff. This is probably the quietest, most calm river I've been to. It's so quiet. Wow. Okay, so this beach actually, yeah, there would be a good view over there. Oh, so the campground goes up here. Maybe I'll walk through the campground and come along through this over here, because yeah, no, I don't need to. We'll see. I might just, on my way back, I might cross it anyways. Oh, pretty neat here. Pretty. Yep, so that trail goes along the lake. I don't know if it just goes here all the way, but not ideal for me. Okay, nice. Not bad. So quiet here. Oh, this would be perfect to take my inflatable kayak out here with water like this too. Maybe I should. I gotta go back. It's like 35 pounds. I just carry it on my backpack or on my back. Huh. Nah, I'll leave that to when I get to the West Coast on the public lands and the public lakes down there. I think it would be worth the wait. Yeah. Yep. Because I think I saw some people, they use their whatever devices to get over to like small islands, and they would camp on those small islands. I think that would be a lot of fun. Yeah. So that's what I want to do when I get there, and hopefully I know how to paddle, because if I don't, I'm gonna be stuck. Okay, so I'm debating if I just go up north tonight when I get back, because it's gonna be about 2.5 hours north, right? Oh, well, at least if you go the lake side here, it's, I guess the paved trails have ended. yeah, maybe we'll just take the beach trail all the way to the top, turn back then. Oops, that will probably be like closer to 5 miles, 4 to 5 miles than the original 4 miles. Yeah, okay, let's just do that. Yeah, debating if I want to go to the city. Yeah, because I don't think I'm gonna go out. Yeah, not in my plans to. And if I was to go, I've been down there before a few times just to go party in my early 20s with my friends. Wow, check that guy out. Wow. But yeah, I never really explored downtown there. I remember there's a funny time when my best friend and his brother and we went to a comedy club downtown somewhere here. I don't know, St. Paul or one of the other places. But somebody's driving ATV or whatever. But anyways, so we were super tired. Well, two of us, my best friend's brother and I, were just like, I have been driving all night or all day. Or actually, I worked at night too. I worked at night, and then I drove straight there afterwards. So I didn't get any sleep. And then my friend, he knew we were all coming. His brother knew we were all coming. So then, oh, sure, it goes right back up. So then, he didn't get any sleep either. And he worked at night also, third shift, graveyard hours. We went to the comedy club, and it was supposed to be somewhat famous comedian. I don't remember his name, but he's been on shows like I don't know what those shows are, those popular shows on TV. And so, oh, campsite. There's a guy driving around here. He's working on the states here, but anyways, we end up going, and we're laughing, right? Funny, haha. And then we're like in the front row seat. He got us front row ticket seats, and then yeah, we're like falling asleep while we're laughing, you know. Everything's just funny. You're like, ha 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 ha. And then I looked over, and my friend's brother, he's sleeping. Dozed off. And then I know I dozed off too. And the only thing like we really remember was that oh, there's somebody fishing over here. Nope, he's just looking around. Looking around. Let's go around on this side. And then yeah, just remember there's this lady who sat behind us, like right behind us, and she was laughing so loud the whole time. Like you could hear her laugh over everyone else. It's just like like just loud. And so we're like, whoa. So there's a passage that goes under. Let's go this way. And then I think this one is to the lake. But anyways, oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this craziness. Yeah, and that's all we remembered. Oh my gosh, but it was so bad because, you know, you don't want to be like someone's on stage and the audience is falling asleep. Trust me, it wasn't him. He was funny. It was us. We were just super tired. Because, you know, when you're performing and right in front of you there's two people sleeping, how does that work with your like confidence on stage? Oh my gosh. That was so mean of us. But it's not like we tried. We tried staying up and enjoying it, but we were just so tired. Yeah. Oh, I still remember that. That was horrible. Oh. But pretty nice here. Nice, quiet. You know, a place is old is when everything's just falling over like this. You know, this is nature's taking its course, and then they essentially cut off everything that's blocking the trails, and they just toss to the side. And guess what? After years and years of decomposing, life starts growing back on these things, right? Which I think it's amazing how the world works. Everything goes in this cycle. Right? When something is lost, there is something else that grows in its place. Yeah. Not I know if I go out I'll have a good time. Typically I do. But that's my only concern is drinking and driving. Now if I was at a hotel close by, then I don't mind. But if I'm not, this just can be bad. I remember watching this movie many years ago about this dad raising her daughter, or his daughter, in a state park. I don't know if it was based off a true story or not, but it was good. And essentially a single dad raising her daughter, or his daughter, and they built a like a little living area inside the state park. They would walk into the city and they would go get everything they need for food and then walk back to into the state park. And the little girl would always go to this rock in the middle there where she could see hikers run along the trail, and she would just observe people walking and running along the path. And then one day there's a hiker, you know, took a little break and was just looking around, and then he looked up and he thought he saw someone there on the cliff where that little girl was, right? So he shouts out, "Hey," you know, trying to see if she needs any help. And then yeah, so the girl runs off, and the hiker sees the girl run off, right? I believe that's what happened. And so then he ends up calling the city. They go out there and go look for the little girl, and then they find the little girl and the dad, and they're trying to help the little girl and the dad transition back into the city life, because I guess they've been out there for years. And it turns out they got help from the city, got a place to stay, food, everything for the time being, but they were on watch to make sure that the little girl and the father would be safe. But what ends up happening is, even with all these amenities that they had from the state, you know, everything was essentially given to them for them to make it down the right path that society believes is correct, right? And the daughter seemed like she wanted that life, right? But the father didn't want that. And in the end, they run off so that the city can't chase them down. They go do the same thing over again, run into across the country in the US. I think they end up somewhere else, and it gets super cold. It's like wintertime. So I believe where they were staying, it was climb. Where they were staying, it doesn't get that cold, right? But now it's freezing and they have nowhere to go. So the father is like, he's trying to figure out a way how to keep his daughter safe and warm. So then what ends up happening, they keep going, and then they find this little village. It's like a trailer home out in the boonies of nowhere. Ooh, this is pretty tough. It's a steep climb. And then they settle there for a while. The daughter really likes it. It's like a good balance of what she remembers living out in the state park, and now with a very tiny community. But in the end, the father still, he couldn't do it. And he saw his daughter so happy playing with the kids in the community, and he wanted the best for his daughter. So what ends up happening is he tells his daughter that he has to go and that he wants her to stay, right? And so in the end, they go their own ways. And it turned out that the father, he was, I believe, a war veteran and had PTSD. Ooh, scary. And yeah, he just liked that peace and quiet, you know, away from other people's issues, and that he just had to worry about his own and his daughter's. Yeah, and I get it. You know, I truly get it. It's not always that people, they have their own things that they have to deal with, right? And sometimes what you think is normal, it's not what other people want at all. It's not what keeps them fulfilled and happy. But we live in a society where we think everyone has to be inside this boundary, right? You have to be exactly like what society believes you should be. And if you deviate from that ideal image, it's wrong. It's considered a taboo. It's unethical, right? But what gives you the right to judge somebody on the way that they decide to live their life? Because the way you live your life is not what they want to live their life, right? And why do I say this? Because I just believe that me growing up, I had to fall into this mold that my parents had pushed ever since we were little kids. Because why? Everybody pushed that same ideology. You know, even today, whenever I talk to my mom, she still pushes this to me. And I'm like, there's more way to live life and be fulfilled than to live like everybody else. But if you feel like you need to live like everyone else, then good. Fulfill that for you, right? Because that's what makes you happy, not someone else, right? So don't ever push the way that you live life onto someone else, because they don't have the same mindset as you. They didn't have the same upbringing as you. And what gives you the right to do that? And I find that before I left on this adventure, I sat down with a lot of my adult nephews and nieces, and I was just talking to them about life, see where they're going. And my biggest thing was always not to project how I view life, how I want to live my life, that they should do the same, right? But I always just say there's more ways to live life than what everybody else lives. Because I'm sure you guys already heard it before, the rat race, right? When you just want to be like everybody else, you're running in this circle, this loop, and you don't even know why you're doing it. You're just doing it because everybody else does it, right? And that's where you find a lot of people at the end of their life. What do they always say? I wish my biggest regret was not doing more, because they just lived the rat race their entire life. And hey, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just these girls and chipmunks, did you see that? They have a crazy call. I'm not even used to hearing that. Yeah, something in Minnesota here. They got some crazy. Like, wow. It scared me the first time. Nothing wrong with following the standard, but also nothing wrong with deviating from it. As long as you're not there to cause trouble, cause harm, cause crime, you do it. As long as it fulfills you. Yeah. Yes. I don't know if anyone knows, like, where do bears like to be? Are they hibernating now? Because it's cold. But there's no snow, so I don't know if they're hibernating. Does it have to snow for them to hibernate? Or wolves too? Like, what are signs of wolves? Okay. Everything's pretty close to exiting. See, I've been walking probably an hour now, but like 10 meters from going back to the park. Oh, so there's a winter map and a summer map. Oh, for the skiers, I see. Purple, go cross-country skiing. I see, but there's no snow, so no one's skiing. In my opinion, a lot of people in the world are starting to take this path. A lot of people around the world are taking the path that people just don't consider normal anymore, and that's the younger generation. I think a lot of people are just waking up and they're just like, you know, everything that was propagated to us isn't necessarily working, and it's not making us happy, actually more miserable, because essentially you're competing with everybody else who's following in that same path, right? And the ideologies of how people live are not the same as what they used to be. That people don't really take that path of like getting married in their early 20s, go to college, finish, go get married, and live happily ever after. This is not, I don't, sometimes I hear it, but it's not often anymore. And like again, it goes all the way to how society is changing their standards on everything. Of the younger, from the end of the millennials and downwards, they see things differently. And ooh, eagle. I did see an eagle driving in. Okay, I'm always checking back, see if there's a mountain lion chasing me. But yeah, you see it all the time. And I come from a small city, so if you come from a small city, it's like totally out of the loop if you do anything like the big city. Like if you, like the LGBT community in a small city is like almost non-existent. But where I come from, there's a small community, very small. So all these ideas are off base with people who live in these areas, right? And yeah, my gosh, there's so many like routes here. Oh, this one is a service road. There's a service road, so this, I gotta take this one. This is 3 miles. This doesn't seem like 3 miles. But yes, so like if you want to go travel the world and go do stuff, it's like so unheard of. It's not even normal. To take a trip, yes, but to go travel, no. Especially in my community. Oh wow, look at this. The notion of living out of your car, even for me, is kind of like, oh man, you can't afford a living, so you decide to go live in a car. Yes and no. Cheaper, for sure. Can I live in a apartment or home and be satisfied? Yes. I've been doing it for the last, what, 15 years. Well, no, 20 years. But was I content? Absolutely not. Ooh. There's like this little cottage up here. No, there's no content. All I was doing is paying my mortgage, paying my car, paying for food, work. And you know what? I could have done that till I was a retirement age, and after I would have had a big savings, and that's about it. Take 1 or 2 trips a year for the rest of my life, and that would be my life. I just told you what 95% of the population's life is. That's what it is. Nothing wrong. It's just not what I wanted. We have stumbled upon this. What is this? What does this represent? Bucket of the old generation, a windmill, I'm guessing. Was that to generate water in the days, or was that to pump, I mean, electricity or pump water? And then they got all this cut down over here. Oh, it's a little seating area, but they got it fenced off. Cute. It's really cute. What the heck? I was calling somebody. Somebody called me. I don't know, but I already turned it off. Here's this thing. What does this go to? Assuming this is an entrance. Wow. Yeah, because it would have looped around here anyways. Seems like sometimes they'll gate it off, but it is open. You know what? It's so cool. Sometimes I watch these YouTubers or content creators, is how much information they know about the areas that they travel to, right? Sometimes they do some very in-depth research, or some of them are big in history. Some of them just know facts, or facts and dates. Eagle. Nice. Nice. Look at this eagle. If I'm not mistaken, their wingspans, when they open it up, it can be 6 feet, right? If I'm not mistaken. But I believe there are even bigger species of birds that have a bigger wingspan than the American bald eagle. That's just crazy. You know, one thing I want to do, I think it's in Tibet. I'm definitely going to visit Tibet. I believe their culture in the mountain is very historic and ancient. But one of the things they have there is they raise eagles as pets, and they use those eagles to hunt food for their community, their village, their home. I just want to see that. That is so cool, yeah. I think I have a friend I met on when I was in Thailand. I think she posted that she went to Tibet, and yeah, she saw all that. Actually, there's a deer right there. Can you see? Straight in here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a deer right there. stand mistaken. The deer sees me. Oh, it's actually kind of curious what I'm doing. It's like walking towards, it's like limping towards me. I saw the deer before the deer saw me, but definitely my colors stick out. And yeah, it's like looking at me. It's cute. It's curious. It's a doe. It's like it's trying to see what I am. It's never seen someone so bright blue with neon green. Come on. I would love for a deer. Oh, see, it's moving its head back and forth. Oh, you guys probably can't see. Oh, it ran off. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, they ran this way. I stand mistaken. There are some wildlife here. I'm surprised. There's not as many though. Like when I was in that last campground, or not campground, the last state park down in Iowa. Oh man, there were so many. Like you would hear them running. Most of them were just like laying down until you came close. Oh, yeah, one thing I've noticed up here is that, and I'm sure it's in all major big cities, but I noticed a lot of it here where, oh my gosh, some creatures living down here. Interesting. Not this, but people on the road, a lot of people don't signal. Yeah, so they just go. They'll just turn in and out without signaling. I almost saw a couple of accidents, and that's with people cutting in front of big semi trailers. They just cut. They'll just cut them, and then the trailer will break, right? So a lot of those crazy videos you see online with trailers like running into cars that just cut them like that, I'm not surprised one bit. Have my victory drink after a long hike like that. Yeah, I'm tired. Legs are beat. There's more people coming out right now. Some dude wipes. Yep. Perfect. These are perfect if you don't have any water and soap. This is all in one. So I mean, I got water and soap in the back, but yeah, just gonna use this, clean up my hands, gonna eat up the rest of that Somalian food I have as leftovers. Yeah. So I'm surprised. Yeah, there's a lot of small trails here, so you could probably do it within an hour if you're just speed walking, or like I saw earlier, I passed a gal, she was running through the trails, and yeah, you could probably run the whole thing. Probably the whole thing, if you took all the trails, probably like, I'm thinking maybe 6 or 7 miles total, like all the small little trails. So yeah, I think you could run it because there's a lot of hills. You could probably run the whole thing in under 2 hours. Yeah, let's finish this Somalian food. Yeah, I could heat it up in my truck food cooker thingy, but I'm hungry and I'm not gonna wait, and I don't mind eating cold food. You know what I would probably try to get, I'm thinking about getting, is there is a little stand you can put on your steering wheel. And yeah, I've seen some YouTubers living out of their car, they get this little stand and they'll put it right on their steering wheel, and you can use that for either putting your food on or your laptop, so someone can use it. Yeah, and that's actually good distance. But oh guys, y'all need to go try that Somalian food. Okay, let's see how it goes with I can't find my hand sanitizer. I threw it in here and I can't find it anymore. But let's see how it goes. Cold Somalian food. It still smells good. Oh my god. When you're hungry, everything's good. But this is good though. Honest reviews. I like this. Oh, and I did find my AirPods. It was inside my car, which is weird because it didn't register as it was in my car. It was registered as it was at the Planet Fitness. So, Apple, y'all gotta fix that. But it's just like biryani. Sorry, Somalians. I know y'all probably are like, it's not biryani. But that's the closest thing I can relate it to. Yeah. If this is the rice you guys eat, my gosh, y'all eat good rice. If y'all just call this rice, Somalian rice, oh, man, your Somalian rice is all amazing. I'd eat outside, but whatever. No need. That lamb is so good. Oh yeah. So I'm not gonna go into specifics about my friend who lives up in Minnesota here, but yeah, he was at the hospital and I had no idea he'd been dealing with his issue for about half a year until yesterday. And sometimes, you know, people are already going through a lot, so you don't want to bring that burden onto them as well, right? So then you just kind of keep it to yourself and only share it with some really close friends and family. Oh, I'm really glad I got to see him. Hopefully he does better. Or I pray that he will. Yeah, hopefully his health overall continues to climb. But for me, I wish my health to be always good. But there's a certain point in my life where if I get sick and I'm not gonna make it, or it's like a deep chronic ill, I think, my honest opinion, I'd be okay to go. Right? Which is crazy because not a lot of people think like that, right? Not a lot of people think that. If they have a health condition and it's their time to go, they're willing to go. If my body isn't going to fix itself because of some issue like that, I'd rather have life takes its course, you know, and just be like, hey, I lived a good life and I'm happy and content with it. And if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And I never met anyone who had this philosophy in life until one of my neighbors, he passed away probably 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. No, not even. Probably like 2 or 3 years. He was retired. Him and his wife. All their kids were grown up already, and they had grandkids. Or they lived alone. But he had a heart issue. And when he passed away, or before he passed away, he got really ill with his heart, right? And then they said that people who had his heart condition, even after surgery, they don't come back. After a couple weeks, he came back home. It was a miracle. So like, usually no one ever comes back. And so I was talking with him, and he's just laughing about it. It was the most funniest thing he said. He's like, I really thought I was gonna be dead. I was ready. He's like, I lived such a good life. I don't want anything more, nothing less. I don't wish for anything. I would have been happy to go. And I was like, wow, I've never heard anyone say that in my life. That's how I want to live, though. Like, yes, are there things you still want to do? I think so. I think there's always things. But money and time are the things that control all that, right? But outside of all that, are you happy? Did you, like, this is the thing I ask myself. If I was to go today, would I have a smile on my face? Right? And as of right now, I would. When you have a family, I think people tend to stick around and linger on longer in life because they want to see their offspring become something, right? Maybe not become something, but they just want to see the end, right? And so I can see the difference if you had kids. But that goes again to what I was talking about earlier. That this generation, after the millennials, they're not thinking like that anymore, you know? They're thinking, hey, how do I have a good life? Instead of, hey, how do I
give my future family a good life. And this is just generalizing. This is not everybody, but the mindset has shifted into that. And so that's why all over the world you see people who don't want to have kids anymore. They'd rather just work, travel, live life, have fun. There